Hello, everybody. I'm Dani. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you, actually. Or nice to see you here again. Um, Last week, there was a video prepared for you, but when I went to edit it, I noticed that there was no audio. Very unprofessional. So this week, you're not getting just one video, but two. This first one is about the books that I finished in November. I finished three books. I gave all of them 5 stars. 5 stars out of five, of course. It was a very, very good month. I don't know if December would be the same. We're halfway through it almost. And I'm reading a book I will talk to you about. So let's get started. The first two books that I finished were wait a second. We'll Prescribe You a Cat and We'll Prescribe You Another Cat by Ishida Sio. I have, of course, the Italian editions because, hey, I'm Italian. These books are two collections of short stories about this weird place where there's a doctor and a nurse that will prescribe you a cat um, for whatever reason. Okay, whatever the reason is for you to show up at this weird place that seems to be non-existent actually. They prescribe you a cat to solve your issues, and this is marvelous. I love both books. The first one has 6 stories and one is very short. The second one has 4 stories that are more like bounded in like into each other with each other. I'm sorry. I will make mistakes, but you will forgive me, I hope. Anyway, it's very cool. It was a very cool concept, and since it's Japanese literature, you are going to meet magical realism, which is not really something that I enjoy usually, but Japanese way, it's great for me. It makes this genre work for me. So I do recommend these two books, absolutely. The third book that I finished was The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas, father, of course. Since I read it half, half in Kindle, half in Kobo, you're gonna see the cover showing up here. I read it in Italian. It took me 9 months to read it because it wasn't my main read, and it was amazing. Okay, there's like, how do I describe this book to you? Okay, let's start from the plot. This is the story of Edmond Dantès, who is very young. He's second in charge on his ship. This ship of Morel, who is a sort of businessman, let's say. And the captain of the ship, he sadly catch an illness, so he tells Edmond to go to Elba Island. I guess you say it like that, and he needs to like bring this letter to the Isle of Elba and get another letter that he has to bring to somebody in Paris. Edmond doesn't know a single thing about this letter, or at least what's inside of these two letters. So it just does what his captain told him to do, basically. Um, the point is when he goes back to Marsilia, um, after his captain death, um, he get arrested at this engagement party because apparently the two letters are about the return of Napoleon. Since the monarchy is back, the monarchy is back. It's a crime to support Napoleon and get arrested and imprisoned into the castle of If, which is like worst place to be imprisoned. So it's like Edmond Dantès, how we got to know him, dies, but a new character comes in. Let's say there's a new version of him, And this version, it's all about like being more clever than anyone else and get revenge because he did not get justice. So he's going to somehow make justice for himself, you know? It was such a cool book. It's very long because it's longer than 1400 pages, but it's so cool. Okay, there's everything. There's love, there's uh, betrayal, there's um, how to say, so many things. I love the fact that there's revenge and the sense of justice and responsibility. Like you do something bad towards someone else, you're going to get something bad in exchange. You know, I do believe in the sense of karma. So if I do something bad, I know that something bad will get back at me some point, in some way. So I think this whole book also is very, especially the last part, onto the let's say the Christian idea of justice. Like I'm doing this, I'm getting this revenge because God wants me to have justice, um, which is not something I'm really into. The whole book was great. The whole book was great also because Alexandre Dumas is very good at writing it. It never gets boring. Also, it's a huge book. So I highly recommend it to you. In the meanwhile, I stopped reading for a while. I put it on pause. Momo by Michael Ende. You're going to see the cover here because I don't have my copy here. It's at my boyfriend's because we started reading it together, but we catched a cold. He was sick, m- way sicker than me. And then the rest of the month we did a lot of things, cool things, and I'm gonna tell you something about it in the um, next video because it's about books. And so we read the first chapter, but we didn't move on from that. I am reading A Man Called Dove by Frederick Beckman. I don't know why I can't memorize his name. Anyway, I think this is his debut novel. This is very famous. I've got the movie tie-in version of the book with Tom Hanks. I'm reading this with my grandmother. It's about Ove, who is a man who has just lost his wife, and life seems meaningless since she sadly passed away. So he'd like to end it. But his neighborhood has other things in mind, and it's so both tragic and comical. How to say that? Funny. It's both a tragedy and a comedy. It's funny. It's cool. I really love Ove. I really love his neighborhood. Like some of the people he has around, they're very cool. We're really enjoying it, and I guess we're going to finish in during the holidays probably. Very cool. The other book that I'm reading, which is a huge new entry in my life, is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. This is my edition. This is the Italian edition, the paperback edition. You can see it's my first Sprayed Edges book. I only have other two that I purchased after this, if I'm not mistaken. Well, anyway, I just rewatched the first movie because I want to see the second one. I really liked the first movie. It was very good. I'm not even halfway through it. I started at the end of November. I'm liking it. It's my first adult fantasy. I never ever read anything like this. It's okay. It's an okay read. Like I'm enjoying it. Let's say that I'm not a fan of The Wizard of Oz at all. I read it when I was very young, and so at the moment I feel like I'm missing some informations. But so far, so good. These were the reads of November, but next video we're talking about books I purchased. Oh. So I guess I see you in a few days, actually. If you have any recommendation, here I am for you. Down in the comments, you can write anything you want. See you next video. Bye!